Welcome to Triumphant Over Trauma, where resilience reigns and women rewrite their stories of victory after trauma. I'm Gina, your guide on this empowering journey. With a mission to help women overcome trauma, I'm here to inspire you to cultivate a positive mindset, embrace self-love, and find peace. Join me as we celebrate strength, reclaim power, and triumph over adversity together. Hey love, before we go anywhere today, I want you to pause with me for just a moment. Imagine this. You're sitting by a steady fire, its warmth wrapping around you like arms that know exactly how much you've been carrying. Above you, a star-filled autumn sky stretches wide and patient. No demands, no urgency. The leaves around you are changing colors, not apologizing for it, not asking permission, just becoming quietly, naturally, bravely. That's the space I want you in today, because healing, real healing, was never meant to be done alone. If you've been walking your journey feeling like you had to be strong in silence, if you've learned to hold it all together because no one ever held you, if trauma taught you that relying on others was dangerous, disappointing, or something you simply weren't allowed to need, I see you. And more importantly, you're not broken for feeling that way. So many women were taught to survive by shrinking, by isolating, by becoming self-sufficient to the point of exhaustion. You learn how to carry your pain quietly, how to smile while unraveling, how to convince yourself that needing support meant weakness. But here's the truth we're naming today, gently and honestly. Sisterhood doesn't make you weak. It saves you. There's a kind of magic that happens when women gather without competition, without comparison, without the need to perform. When stories are shared and not rushed. When tears are met with nods instead of solutions. When your truth is held with reverence instead of judgment. Sisterhood is not about fixing you. It's about witnessing you. It's the moment someone looks at you and says, "You're not too much. You make sense." It's the quiet exhale when you realize you don't have to explain every scar. It's being seen in your becoming, not just who you've been, but who you're growing into. Today is an invitation to soften the walls that you've built to survive. An invitation to remember that you were never meant to heal in isolation. An invitation to allow yourself to be held by women who understand the language of pain, resilience, and rebirth. Just like the leaves fall to make room for new life, just like the fire burns steady, not to destroy, but to warm, you too are allowed to be supported as you change. You don't have to do this alone anymore. So settle in, sister. Let the fire warm the places that have felt cold for too long. Let the stars remind you how vast your becoming truly is. And let this episode be the beginning of remembering what becomes possible when women hold space for one another, not to rescue, but to rise. Have you ever noticed how after trauma you don't just pull away from the world? You pull away from yourself. Have you ever found yourself saying, "I'm fine," while quietly retreating behind walls no one else can see? Have you ever felt safer alone? Not because you wanted to be, but because connection suddenly felt like a risk you couldn't afford. This is what trauma does. Trauma doesn't just hurt you. It reprograms your sense of safety. It teaches your nervous system that closeness equals danger, that vulnerability invites pain, and that being unseen feels safer than being misunderstood. So slowly, quietly, you begin to isolate. not because you're antisocial, not because you don't crave connection, but because your body is trying to protect you the only way it knows how. Isolation becomes armor. You stop reaching out because you don't want to burden anyone. You stop sharing because your story feels too heavy. You stop asking for support because the past taught you that no one was coming. And here's the part no one talks about enough. Isolation doesn't mean you don't want connection. It means you want safe connection. Trauma convinces women that they must become self-contained, emotionally airtight, endlessly strong. It whispers, "You've survived worse alone. Why risk needing anyone now?" But survival and peace are not the same. When isolation lingers too long, it doesn't just quiet your voice, it dims your energy. The mind becomes louder with looping thoughts. The body holds tension that never fully releases. The soul begins to feel tired in a way sleep can't fix. And without realizing it, you start living life braced instead of open. Healing gently invites you back into connection, not all at once, not recklessly, but intentionally and with care. It asks you to remember that meaningful connection isn't a threat to your safety. It is a regulator for your nervous system. It is medicine for the parts of you that learn to survive in silence. When you begin welcoming deeply meaningful and positive connections, ones rooted in mutual respect, compassion, and emotional safety, something shifts. The body softens, the breath deepens, the mind quiets. Your energy no longer feels scattered or guarded. It begins to flow again. Connections tells your system, you don't have to do this alone anymore. And from that place, peace becomes possible. Not the kind of peace that comes from avoiding the world, but the kind that comes from knowing you are held within. The kind that nourishes your mind, steadies your body, and reminds your soul that healing was never meant to be a solo act. Isolation may have protected you once, but connection, intentional, supportive, soul-aligned connection, is what allows you to finally live. And that is where we begin. What we're moving into now is a general framework, not a checklist, not a demand, but a guide, a way to recognize the signs your life has been giving you all along, and to begin responding to them with clarity instead of confusion. This is the Finding Your People After the Storm framework, designed to help you with rebuilding safe and soul-aligned connections after trauma. This framework helps you to feel safe, grounded, and empowered while finding your people. Let's walk through it together. Step number 1, reclaim safety within yourself first. Before you can find your people, you must first feel safe inside your own body. Trauma teaches you to scan others for danger, but healing begins when you stop abandoning yourself. This step is about learning to notice what safety feels like internally: a steady breath, relaxed shoulders, and grounded presence. Here is an example. Instead of forcing yourself to socialize when your body is tight and overwhelmed, you pause. You take 3 slow breaths. You ask, "Do I feel regulated enough to connect right now?" If the answer is no, you honor that without shame. Safety within yourself becomes the foundation that allows connection to feel nourishing instead of draining. Step number 2, release the old survival identities. After trauma, many women unconsciously cling to the identities like the strong one, the lone wolf, the one who never needs help. These identities kept you alive, but they may now be keeping you isolated. This step is about gently releasing who you had to be to survive, so you can become who you are meant to be now. Here is an example. You notice yourself saying, I don't need anyone. When what you really mean is, I'm afraid to be disappointed again. Instead of judging that fear, you acknowledge it and choose openness in small, safe ways. You don't need to burn the old armor. You simply thank it and set it down. Step number 3, redefine what your people actually means. Healing requires clarity. Your people are not those who tolerate you. They are those who regulate with you, respect your boundaries, and honor your growth. This step asks you to redefine connection, not as proximity or history, but as emotional safety, reciprocity, and shared values. Here is an example. You stop forcing yourself to stay connected to people who minimize your experiences. You begin seeking relationships where you can speak honestly without shrinking or over-explaining. Your nervous system will tell you when a connection is aligned. Listen to it. Step number 4, practice safe, intentional vulnerability. You don't heal by spilling everything to everyone. You heal by sharing intentionally with those who have earned your trust. This step is about testing safety slowly, one conversation, one moment, one truth at a time. Here is an example. You share something small but real with someone and notice how they respond. Do they listen without fixing? Do they respect your pace? Do you feel calmer afterward? Safe vulnerability builds trust, not just in others, but in yourself. Step number 5, anchor yourself in community that supports your becoming. The final step is choosing spaces that support who you are becoming, not who you used to be. True community doesn't pull you backwards. It witnesses your growth, celebrates your healing, and walks beside you as you evolve. Here is an example. You intentionally place yourself in environments, groups, friendships, communities where healing, honesty, and empowerment are the norm, where your voice matters, where you don't have to perform strength to belong. This is where isolation dissolves and sisterhood begins. You were never meant to heal alone. Isolation was a chapter, not the ending. Finding your people after the storm isn't about rebuilding the past. It's about choosing connection that honors your future. And step by step, breath by breath, you don't just find your people, you find yourself again. Take a moment to get comfortable. If it feels right, gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Let your shoulders drop, unclench your jaw, and take a slow breath in through your nose and an even slower breath out through your mouth. Imagine yourself sitting by a steady fire on a cool autumn evening. The flames flicker gently in front of you, warm, consistent, calming. Above you, the night sky is wide and full of stars. Around you, leaves shift softly in shades of gold and amber, reminding you that change can be beautiful and safe. Feel the warmth of the fire against your skin. It does not burn, it does not rush. It simply is. Steady, present, reliable. Now bring your attention to your body. Notice your breath moving in and out without effort. Notice the places where your body feels supported. Your back, your legs, the ground beneath you. This is what safety feels like. From this place of calm, imagine someone approaching you. They move slowly. There is no urgency, no pressure, just presence. This person sits beside you, not too close, not too far. They do not ask anything of you. They are not here to fix you, analyze you, or take from you. They are simply here to witness you. Notice what happens in your body as they sit beside you. Do your shoulders soften? Does your breath deepen? Does your chest feel a little lighter? This is a safe connection. You are not performing. You are not proving your worth. You are not shrinking or explaining. You are allowed to exist exactly as you are. If it feels right, imagine another presence joining, then another, each one grounded, kind, and respectful. They form a quiet circle around the fire with you. No one demands your story. No one rushes your healing. They simply hold space for your becoming. Feel the warmth of shared presence, the calm that comes from being seen without being exposed, the peace that comes from knowing you don't have to do this alone. Let your body memorize this feeling. This is what your nervous system recognizes as safety. This is what your soul has been longing for. Take one more slow breath in and a long breath out. When you're ready, gently return your awareness to the room around you, bringing this sense of grounded connection with you. Because safe connection isn't something you have to earn. It's something you are allowed to experience. And it begins right here. As you slowly come back from that space, holding the warmth, the steadiness, the sense of being safely seen, know this. The feeling you just experienced is not imagined. It's not temporary. It's not out of reach. That sense of calm, of belonging, of not having to carry everything alone is something you can build into your everyday life. And if you're feeling the quiet nudge to go deeper, to continue creating safe connection, clarity, and confidence within yourself and alongside other women who are walking a similar path, I want you to know that you don't have to navigate the next step alone either. If something inside you is whispering, I don't want to do this alone anymore, I want you to listen to that voice. Finding direction from within was created for women who have walked through trauma, loss, and seasons of isolation and are ready to reconnect with themselves, with others, and with a life they know they're meant to live. This isn't about fixing you. You were never broken. It's about guiding you back home to your body, your voice, your inner wisdom, and your sense of safety again. Inside this space, we move slowly and intentionally. We rebuild trust with ourselves. We learn how to regulate the nervous system, create healthy boundaries, and to open connection without abandoning who we are. You'll be surrounded by women who understand what it means to heal at your own pace, without judgment, pressure, or comparison. Whether you choose the DIY path or decide to work with me more closely, this journey is designed to meet you exactly where you are. There is also a private women-only Finding Direction from Within Facebook community, a safe, supportive space where you can show up as your whole self, be seen, be heard, and know that you belong. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be further along. You just need to be willing to take one gentle step toward yourself. If you're ready to move from isolation into connection, from survival into steadiness, and from holding it all together into truly being held, I would be honored to walk with you. Your direction has always been within you. Sometimes we just need a little support finding our way back. To learn more, go to www.bodyelementsmindelevation.com. As you step back into your day, carry this knowing with you. You were never meant to heal alone. May you move forward feeling supported, seen, and softly held, trusting that the right connections will find you as you continue becoming the woman you were always meant to be. This is Gina, signing off. Thank you for tuning in to Triumphant Over Trauma, where resilience prevails and women rewrite their stories of victory after trauma. Remember, healing is a journey, not a destination. Keep embracing your strength, cultivating resilience, and shining your light bright. You are capable of triumphing over any challenge life throws your way. Until next time, keep rising and thriving. You've got this.